Hello, gin lovers. Welcome back. I'm James Wolverton. I'm your gin guy. Yes, we've reached the end of this version of this series with Negronis. Once again, Negroni, the wonderful cocktail, not for everyone, but for everyone who has great taste, does love a Negroni. At least that's my opinion. So, we've gone through all the major brands, and we're finally at Tanqueray. Once again, kind of like with last week, I've not always been a huge Tanqueray fan, so that's why I got a small bottle. We'll test it out, see what we can think. Equal parts. This one's going to be 2 ounces Tanqueray, 2 ounces Campari, 2 ounces sweet vermouth, orange. We'll usually spritz some orange peel over. I usually just use dehydrated orange so it absorbs the flavor as it goes through. That's how I've been doing all the other cocktails, so they're all the same. Tanqueray you will find at every major bar and restaurant out there, and even craft cocktail establishments. The only comment I do have, this last one was plastic, glass, this one's plastic. This size, it doesn't matter. That's being smart. So we'll see what we can do. Once again, we'll go over the criteria. Is it balanced? And if it's out of balance, what's off with the gin? And is it rating 1 to 5, finishable or drain pour? And then would I recommend? So let's have a sip. Smells like a Negroni. Yeah, see, good start. Funny how most of them, almost all have started that way. First impression is me making these faces. First impression is not overly favorable. It's out of whack. There's no, at least first impressions, there's no balance. There's no rhyme or reason. It's kind of, one's popping out, the other's popping out. It's not really melded together yet. Might give it a minute while I talk about Tanqueray. Tanqueray, old brand, but got really famous, that gin and juice whole kind of stuff. Like I said, I've just never, they're a well-made gin. They're famous gin. They've been made for a while. Your typical London Dry style. I've just it's never hit my flavor profile. So unlike last week with Bombay Sapphire, I'm like, oh, maybe I do want. First impressions, I'm okay just getting a small bottle. You do eventually run out of room for gin, especially since I love the majors. The majors are there, but I like collecting the unusuals and having fun with them. So let's go in for sip 2 and see. No, that balance is still, oh gosh. Oh. That's still way out of, this is up there with Seagram's. Wow. Nothing's blending together. I get pops of gin, then I get pops of Campari. I don't get any sweet. It's like the gin and Campari are duking it out to see which is dominating instead of working together. Ooh, gosh. Short answer is no. Is it balanced? Absolutely not. Nowhere near. It's probably the second worst balance we've had. I think Seagram's beats it barely, but not by a lot. Is it the gin? What is it in the gin? Let's go in for a third, and this might be third or fourth, might be my final. Yeah, it's the gin. The flavors in that gin, excuse me, what's that? I'm allergic to it. What the heck? It's fall in Kentucky. Fall in Kentucky means allergy season, as we all know. It's a beautiful day today, though, So, but back to this, yes, the gin flavors, which is funny. It's a typical London Dry. There's nothing really unique or unusual about the botanicals they use. I don't know if this method, the style, it just does not work well in this cocktail at all. Could I see it working in other cocktails? Possibly. It just no balance. It's between the bitterness of the botanicals in the gin and the bitterness in Campari are, instead of helping each other, are trying to outdo and compete each other, and the sweet vermouth lost. So yeah, is it in balance? Absolutely not. Rating 2. Yeah, it's below average. This is going to be the last sip. This is probably going to be a drain pour, which breaks my heart. Oh yeah. Oh God. Overly bitter. So when my parents growing up, gin was this. I think this is what they thought of gin. This is a juniper meets Campari bomb, and it's an explosion, and it's bad. It's a drain pour. If I'm sure there's somebody out there who likes this combination, and good for you. Your palate is your thing. It is not my jam. No, it's a. If 2.5 is average, 1.75, yeah, I'm not going to finish this a drain pour. So, in review, Tanqueray, good gin, well-made gin, nothing wrong with it. They've been making it a long time. Plastic. Might be smart, probably cheaper, easier to do. It doesn't make a good Negroni. No, it is awfully out of balance. It's the gin, it's too juniper forward, so the bitterness of both just try to outcompete each other between the bitterness of the juniper and the bitterness of the Campari. But 1.75, so it's not good. Would I order this if I was out on the menu? No, absolutely not. I would ask for another gin. I maybe see. No, still, this is slightly better than Seagram's. I'd have to go back and see the score. But this is on this level of not being well. And it's funny, this is a well-made gin. It's just, I guess, the way the botanicals sing in this one, the ratios are just not going to work. Am I going to finish this? No. No, it's a waste of good orange peel. I'll probably remake another with something different here in a bit. But no, that is not finishable. So if you're out and about, don't do Tanqueray for a Campari. At least in my opinion, it does not work. Since this is the last, oh God, what a way to end. But that's why we explore, to figure out what gins do work when we're out and about, because you don't know until you taste them. And if this helps save you when you're out and see this as their base for Campari, for a Negroni on the menu, you can ask the sub. As long as it's comparable, they're going to be fine. So, my opinion, comp, not balanced, plastic. I'm going to harp on that. I don't know. A lot of them been, I guess, because the last one was glass and the last one was surprising. I was hoping, it really was. I mean, big brand name, people sell a lot, but that's why they're a gin aisle of different gins. I'm James. If you like listening to me ramble on how things are either in balance and wonderful or way out of balance and less than wonderful, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. We're going to start the next round. And the first one's going to be really weird. It's probably going to even be worse than that. But we are going to look at martinis when you were out and about. The classic gin cocktail, you know, the one everyone knows, and going to be very different each time. But I will see you in a couple of weeks. I'm going to go pour this down the drain and make myself something better. I'll see you soon. Take care and drink your gins and Negronis responsibly.